Operation Sindoor was not just a military strike. It was a moment that reshaped geopolitics, redrew alliances, and even changed holiday plans. Now, what unfolded in the valleys of Kashmir has now echoed on the beaches of Turkey and the boulevards of Baku. Indian travelers, once flocking to these destinations in large numbers, have begun charting new journeys, and the numbers tell a striking tale. Take Azerbaijan. For years, Baku was marketed as a mini Europe for Indian tourists, a mix of history, luxury, and easy access. In June last year, over 28,000 Indians landed there, but in June of 2025, just weeks after Operation Sindoor, that number had collapsed to just over 9,000, and the drop is almost 65%. The shift was swift and dramatic, sparked by Azerbaijan's open support for Pakistan during the conflict with India. In fact, this turn of events came just months after Azerbaijan was celebrating India as one of its top 3 source markets. The tourism department proudly noted that over 243,000 Indians visited in 2024, which is a jump of 108% from the year before. But geopolitics has a way of moving faster than brochures. Now, Turkey, on the other hand, is also facing a similar fate. Once buzzing with Indian weddings, Bollywood shoots, and honeymooners, the country is now seeing emptying arrival halls. Now, according to official data by the Turkish Tourism Board, only 16,000 Indians visited Turkey in July of 2025. This is far below the 28,000 Indian tourists who visited in July of 2024. In fact, the revelation that Turkish-made Sindoor Assegar drones were deployed by Pakistan during Operation Sindoor soured the mood further, along with Ankara's loud diplomatic backing of Islamabad, and soon the phrase "Boycott Turkey" caught fire across Indian social media. Several Indian multinational travel companies responded quickly. They dialed down promotions for Turkey and Azerbaijan, while Indian tourists began looking closer to home, to Ladakh, the northeast, and to Lakshadweep. And the message was clear. Vacations could be reimagined, but national sentiment came first. However, the story of falling footfalls is not new. The Maldives, too, has felt the chill. Back in January of 2024, a diplomatic spat began when the Maldivian ministers mocked Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi for his Lakshadweep visit. A boycott campaign followed, and tourism numbers sank. The Maldives then felt the tremor hard. Tourism accounts for nearly 30% of its GDP and over 60% of its foreign currency earnings. Its leaders began extending olive branches. Foreign Minister Musa Zamir visited India. Maldives Tourism Minister also, Ibrahim Faisal, personally appealed to Indians. And even President Mahmoud Moizu, once elected on an India Out slogan, acknowledged how deeply the Maldives relied on Indian visitors. And now the reset is visible. Last month, Prime Minister Narendra Modi visited Mali for the Maldives' 60th Independence Day celebrations. On social media, he spoke of confidence that India-Maldives friendship will scale new heights of progress. But for Turkey and Azerbaijan, the path back looks less certain. Numbers are dropping, trust is frayed, and social media sentiment remains unforgiving. The Maldives example shows that bridges can be rebuilt, but it takes political will and humility. Operation Sindoor may be over, but its aftershocks are still unfolding. The question now is, who will Indians embrace again, and who will remain off the map?
Firstpost now available in 9 languages on YouTube. English,
Stands at $36 trillion.
French,
Le FMI, comme
German,
Geschäftsführenden Direktor,
Hindi,
$30 trillion ka karj mo.
Indonesian,
Pemerintah tanpa pemeriksaan.
Italian,
Sekali radikali.
Japanese,
4兆ドル以上も
Portuguese,
por causa do próprio balanço patrimonial.
Spanish.
Beautiful bill.
Go to Settings, click on Audio Track and select a language of your choice. Be the first to know what's happening around you in your first language. Firstpost.